Imagine if your spreadsheet could talk to you and say, stop, you already typed that. You never have to worry about messy data or embarrassing double entries again. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple Excel setting called data validation. It takes about 10 seconds to set up, but it will bulletproof your columns and stop duplicates the moment you try to type them. So if we want to see how there are duplicates in our cell, let's just start with a small data set here to show an example. So if I select on this column and I go conditional formatting, highlight cells, go to duplicate values, click OK here, and just take the default here. There's no duplicates, right? Until I create one, Joe Smith, and then type J as Smith. You'll see that now it sees two duplicate values, and we don't want that. We would like to do this on the front end and kind of prohibit entry of that. Let's right click, delete, and let's remove that conditional formatting, clear the rules, clear from this entire sheet. And let's do it with data validation. I just want to do it with a couple of cells. Let's say I go over, I'm just going to input 4 rows in this example. So I would go to data, under data validation here, click on data validation, and under allow, click custom. This formula is going to be a count formula. It's going to be count if. Open parentheses, and I want to select these cells, C2 to C5, and make sure that these have dollar signs. They're absolute cell references. Press that function F4 key to put the dollar sign in front of the letter and the number, comma. So in terms of that range, we want to have it test the first cell. So that's going to be C2. As this goes down, it'll test the next cell, C3, C4, C5, as data gets inputted. And that's my count. I want to make sure that that count is less than or equal to 1. Have at least one count of that. If it's over 1, then it's going to give me a warning. Click OK, and nothing happens here because I haven't inputted anything. So I'll type in Joe Smith and J Smith, press enter. Now we've got this warning message. So I'll retry it, and maybe instead of J Smith, J.O. Smith, press enter, and that's okay. Now maybe try another one, Jane Smith, and I'll do the same thing, J Smith. Press enter, and we get the error. Click retry, and I'll put an A in front. But what if we increased our row count? Now, make it Jack Smith. And you see that it doesn't do anything now. There's no error. There's no warning because I only selected from C2 to C5, and now I have to redo the data validation. Let's not do that. Let's make it easier where it makes it kind of automatic. And that's where we get into putting it as a table. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create a table. Go and insert table, turn this into a table. Now this table has a name. So even though this table has a name, we want to create a name for this range of cells in the ID column. I'm going to select that. Go to this field here and call it ID. Press enter. Now I've got my column name that is called ID. I select it from the beginning to the end of where data is already in the column. Go to data, go to data validation, and here, click on custom. And the same formula, count if, open parentheses, put that ID name that I gave that column, then C2 like I did earlier, close parentheses, less than or equal to 1. Try that again, less than or equal to 1, click OK. Now if I go to my next row here, and maybe I'll type in Joe Smith and type in J Smith, I should get an error. Let me retry that, put in an O instead of J Smith, and that took. Let's try another one, Jane Smith, and type in J Smith. And you see that as the table expanded for that record, it also expanded the data validation. And so I can change that now. Let's do J.A. Smith. And let's put in one more. Let's try one more. How about try Jack Smith and do J.A. Smith. And that should give an error. So click retry, and let's give it another name instead of J.A. Smith, J.A.C. Smith, press enter. And that's the nice thing about a table is it automatically does some things for you rather than trying to select that range there. So that's how you can ensure that cell entry doesn't have any duplicates if you're doing something like this. And just like that, your column is protected. You can try to type a duplicate all you want, but Excel won't let you. Now your data is clean, and you probably want to know some other Excel tricks. I got a video suggestion near the end that'll give you some knowledge. Click it, and I'll see you there.